Hey class, how's it going? Lesson 5, so this is the last lesson for Unit 2. So we're going to solve using the augmented matrix now. So we practiced setting up a bunch of the 3 variable word problems. So this video is how to use the calculator to solve it. So a system of equations in 3 variables looks like this right here. You have the x, y, z. A solution to a system of 3 equations and 3 variables is an ordered triplet, x, y, z, like 2, 3, -1. Similar to a solution of system of 2 variable equations, there's 3 types of solution: one solution, no solution, and many solutions. One solution, when you do the, we're going to use the augmented matrix when you solve using the RREF. If you get the row of 1s down the diagonal, this tells you that, 1x equals 3, 1y equals 1, and z equals 2. So when you convert the augmented matrix back into the equation form, x equals 3, y equals 1, z equals 2. If you have a row of zeros at the bottom, and usually you have some extra numbers in the last column there, that means many solutions. So that means x and y can be defined by z. So you can have multiple solutions here. And then no solution will look like this. You'll have the row of zeros on the left, but then your answer will have a 2. So it has a row of zeros on the left side, but on the right side it isn't zeros. So that means that's no solution, because essentially 0 does not equal 2. So that is a no solution. So for the word problems I'm giving you, your matrices should end up looking like this, and then this row gives you your answer. So if it doesn't quite work out that way, for these particular word problems, then you're doing something wrong there. Okay, so let's just practice setting it up. So to use the calculator, we're going to do the augmented matrix, which, remember, an augmented matrix is the matrix of coefficients. So this one you're going to have row 1, row 2, row 3, and then column 1 will have your x's, column 2 will have your y's, column 3 will have your z's, column 4 will have your constants, your answers. And so it'll look like this. In row 1, it'll be 1, 3, -1, -11. -1, since it's a minus z, and it's a 1z. Row 2 then would be 2, 1, 1, 1. And then row 3 will be 5, -2, 3, and 21. So to solve this augmented matrix, you will need your calculator. Let's see if I can make that a little smaller. So remember, you go under matrix button right here, matrix. You're going to go over to edit. I use the right arrows to get there. And then hit enter. It's a 3x4 matrix. So 3, enter, 4, enter. And then entering the values. And after each value, hitting enter, it'll bring you to the next spot. I do think that you can use the arrows to kind of move around the spots, or if you screw up and have to go back. Then either hit second, quit, or I found that this exit button actually works nicely to go back to your home screen. Then go under matrix again, go over, use your right arrow to go to math, and then you want to select number 9 for row reduced echelon form. Then go matrix and select matrix A, and then hit enter. And so this one works out to be 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 1, 0, -4, 0, 0, 1, 1. And so that gives me, this is my x, y, and z, and then my equal sign was right here. So that means that x was 2, y was -4, and z was 1, which can be written as an ordered triplet if you're just solving a system of 3 equations. Okay, in this next one, if you notice the second equation here is missing a z. So you do have to make sure that they're lined up, x, y, z. So you'd have to rewrite this one as x minus 2y plus 0 z's equals 5. And then you would be able to plug it into your calculator. Be 1, -1, 3, and 6. Then it would be 1, -2, 0, 5. And then 2, -2, 5, and 9. And then you would be able to solve that. For the sake of time, we're going to just kind of keep moving along here. So if you remember the theater ticket problem, so this was from a previous, we set up this question in a previous notes. Sorry, I can't talk here. Let me see, my screen recording's still going. I thought it had quit. So it was 440 tickets, so x plus y plus z was 440. X was the number of regular tickets, y was the number of premium, z was the number of, oh, this was supposed to be elite tickets. I have a typo there. So there was a total of 440, and then it was $5 per regular, 15 for premium, 25 for elite, and then that was a total of $3,940. And then remember, it said that the number of regular tickets was 3 times the number of premium and elite combined, which is how I got x equals 3 times the quantity y plus z. So to set this up so that we can put it in our augmented matrix, we have to make sure that the equations line up x, y, z, and then equals in our constant, which means you will need to distribute the 3 through this last equation. And then you need to move those both to the other side so that they are with the x. Since they're both positive, you will subtract them from the left to move them to the right. So it will be, since it's not like terms, you can't put any of them together. So it's x minus 3y minus 3z. And then if you take everything away from the right side, so 3y minus 3y is 0, 3z minus 3z is 0, so we have a 0 there. So now we could set up our augmented matrix, which is matrix of coefficients. This is row 1, row 2, and then this would be row 3. So row 1 is, I'm going to move my calculator there, 1, 1, 1, 440. Row 2 would be 5, 15, 25, and then 3,940. And then row 3 would be 1, -3, -3, 0. So we have our x's, our y's, our z's. This is our equal, and then these are our constant values. I think it works better with the calculator if I just have it laying over top. So then I'm going to go into matrix, go over to edit. I already have the 3x4 matrix I want, and then I'm going to plug these values in. And 5, 15, 25, 3,940, and then 1, -3, -3, 0. So exit, and then I think you can actually go up here and copy and paste that down, and it'll give you the answer. But otherwise, you go to matrix, over to math, number 9, and then matrix, select matrix A. So that gives us the matrix 1, 0, 0, 3, 30, 0, 1, 0, 46, 0, 0, 1, 64. So first of all, we knew that these should add up to 440. So our answers, the total number of tickets should add up to 440. So if you're getting decimals there or negatives, something is entered in your equation, in your matrix, incorrectly. So double check that. Did you put the 3's in the wrong spot, the x's and the z's, or did you forget a negative? Something was done wrong if you are getting an answer that doesn't make sense. So then you would be able to answer this. It was 330 was X, so that's 330 regular tickets. And then it's 46 premium. and then 64 elite tickets. So that's how you would answer that question. Okay, the money market, remember we did the 60,000 to invest. That's going to be our row 1, 12%, 8%, 5%. We had 5,400 was our goal. That's going to be our row 2. And then we wanted to invest the same amount in stocks as in bonds and money market combined. So that's going to be our row 3. But we do have to have it X, Y, Z. So again, we're going to have to move over the Y and the Z using subtraction. So it'll be X minus Y minus Z, and then that will equal 0 left there. So then your augmented matrix will be 1, 1, 1, 60,000. Then 0.12, 0.08, 0.05, and then 5,400, and then 1, negative 1, negative 1, and 0. So be careful when you are plugging that in, that you plug it in correctly. So 1, 1, 1, 60,000, and then 0.12, 0.08, 0.05, and 5,400, and 1, negative 1, negative 1, and 0. Then exit. You can go back up here and copy it down and then hit enter. Remember that, make sure your answer makes sense again. The 3 numbers that you're investing should add up to 60,000. So again, if you're getting negatives or whatever, you're doing something wrong. So this first line, X is 30,000, Y is 1,000, Z is 20,000 from that equation. So that means that I invested 30,000 in stocks, 10,000 in bonds, and 20,000 in money market. Okay, I think you're probably getting the gist of it, but just one more quick one. This was the quilt one. We were going to make 14 quilts, small, medium, and large, 4 yards of fabric, 7 yards, and 11 yards for each, 113 total yards. And then it said that we had twice as many large quilts as small quilts. So that's the equation we had come up with. So again, this is going to be row 1, row 2. Now this third equation, we will have to make sure it lines up. So we're going to move the 2x over to the left side. And so we're going to have a negative 2x. But we have to have a y spot, so I like to add the 0y. Because we don't have any y's, we're going to have to put a 0 there, plus a z, and then on the right there's nothing left there. 2x minus 2x is 0. So then our augmented matrix row 1 is 1, 1, 1, 14. And then 4, 7, 11, and 113. Then it'll be negative 2, 0, 1, 0. So go to matrix, edit that again, and we got a 14 here, 4, 7, 11, 113, and then negative 2, 0, 1, oops, and 0. Okay, exit, copy, enter. So that leaves me with this matrix 0, 1, 0, 5, 0, 0, 1, 6. So if X, Y, Z, so 1X is 3 small quilts, the Y is 5 medium quilts, and then Z is 6 large quilts. So pretty neat process. The calculator certainly makes solving these 3 variable systems a lot easier. It'd be very difficult done by elimination or by